No matter what sort of instrument you play, this video is going to be super interesting, and it's one that I have been looking forward to making for a long time because I've never heard a proper side-by-side comparison of different string construction and materials before and how that affects your tone. It should answer a whole bunch of questions that I personally have. So what are we doing today? Well, I've got 3 different tests that I'm going to do on this awesome bass using 9 uniquely different sets of strings supplied by Galli Strings. We have been solely stocking Galli Strings in the workshop since 2019, and if you've never heard of Galli Strings before, they are an Italian-based family company that have been making strings for over 130 years, and they're just hands down my favorite string. They're a seriously great company to work with, and they definitely treat us like part of their family. So if you haven't already, check out Galli Strings. I've got some links in the description, and I'll also have a link to all the strings that we use today. For every test today and every set of strings, we're going to be using the exact same bass, my Rickenbacker 4001. Now this bass is unique because I can separate the pickups, sending each one out individually, and we're going to be panning those. So the neck pickup is going to be panned to the left, and the bridge pickup is going to be panned to the right if you just want to hear those individually. I will also be checking the setup in between every single take just to make sure all the string heights and pickup heights and everything is exactly the same. I really love it if you'd let me know in the comments which ones were your favorites. There's no right and wrong, and this is just what you prefer. And if you like these sort of videos, please hit the like button because it just lets me know what sort of videos you guys like and what sort of stuff you want me to keep creating. The main thing to remember here is we're using the same bass, the same amp, all the same settings. The setup is going to be exactly the same and consistent throughout all these tests. The only thing different is going to be those strings. Now I'm going to start each test with nickel round wounds, like the most common set of strings that I install on people's basses, just so you can gauge everything from that. Okay, so let's get into these tests. Okay, so I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comments, but personally, I really like those hybrid strings. I thought they were a really great string. They've got a stainless core and nickel wound. The half rounds felt really nice as well. That's like it's like partway between a round wound and a jazz flats. The one that stuck out the most for me were the nylon wrapped ones. They had that straight up double bass sort of sound straight away. I thought they were really, really cool. They had quite a cool character to them. One thing with the nylon wound strings is that because they are wrapped in nylon and they're insulated, when you touch them, you're not getting that grounding effect that you do with all the other sets of strings, and that stops any additional noise. And you can probably hear it on those takes. Because I'm using a passive bass, you really need to use strings that when you touch them, it grounds you and you become a big giant shield, and that helps lower a lot of the noise and buzzing down. So probably not a great choice on pickups that are a little bit buzzy. I mean, this is an old bass, so there's probably zero shielding in here and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely the most character for me. I was actually pretty surprised how different each set of strings were, and you can definitely hear the usual stereotypical characteristics. But as far as the coated versus the non-coated versions, I feel like they sounded really similar, so it's an easy pick for me when it comes to coated versus non-coated. The cool thing about Galli strings is the coating they use, you can't actually tell. They just feel like normal strings. These are coated ones right now on this, and I can't even tell that they are coated. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that video and have a great week.